a lot of other people. JT the Bigger Figure, I worked with him. And
what movie is this one?
This is one that was never made. It was called Inner City Life. At this time, I was trying to raise the money to make it, and the Spice One was going to be involved in it.
Have you ever thought about going back and redoing and making that happen?
Well, you know, I'm talking to some people over right now and stuff over with Freeway Friends. My boy named Darius is over there. Freeway Rick's nephew, and we're talking about making some projects in the future and stuff. And right now they have Spice One as an artist right now, so you know, in the future, who knows what can happen with that. So it might be brought back up though. I ran into him one time at a while back though. I ran into him and we talked about some movie stuff, but in the future it probably still happen.
Did you come to see Spike Lee when he came to Stockton to UOP a long time ago?
Man, I came to see him. I done seen Spike Lee like twice. The first time I met Spike Lee was in Berkeley, and I gave him a movie script then, and he had sent me. It was a hood. Matter of fact, it was this movie script I'm talking about with Spice One. It was called Inner City Life. Gave it to Spike Lee. He took it. They took it back to New York. They sent me back a letter telling me that they don't do street movies and stuff. But then that next year they came out with a movie with Mekhi Phifer, and he was drinking Yoo-Hoos, playing with his train and all of that stuff.
Ah, sheesh.
Yeah, and then a few years later after that, me and JT the Biggest Figure, we were supposed to do some stuff with Spike Lee, because Spike Lee had did a movie at Hunters Point about alcohol and some other stuff, and we were supposed to hook up with him, but he didn't show up to 3rd Street. I think it was a drive-by that day, because my movie Greedy, JT the Bigger Figure movie Beware of Those, and Spike Lee's movie Hunters Point was supposed to play that day, but it didn't play though, because I think that night before, it was a drive-by, so he didn't show up the next day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that blew that one. But I did meet him down here at UOP again. Went there, gave him the same thing, and they'll send me back a letter. But yeah, the game changed now. They don't want movie scripts, they want movies.
Yeah, like, we don't want to hear ideas. We want some finished product, man.
Product.
You know, everybody, and that's what sucks about this world nowadays, man. Everybody's in a rush, in a hurry to do things, and they make crappy stuff rushing themselves. And that's what's going on. A lot of crappy stuff's going on because people aren't putting their heart and soul into things, you know what I'm saying? And you feel like the industry and the business is making us all rush. Like, you have to have something awesome out front. Like, there's no, like, hey, let me give this person a shot. You don't even know who you're denying.
Man, exactly. There's no more giving shots anymore. You have to go out there and make it yourself. I mean, perfect example, it was years and years ago when Paul Rodriguez, what he did El Mariachi for $7,000 back in the day. And see, the times have changed, because when he did that, it was film. It was splicing and editing with your hand. You really had to know what you was doing. Now technology changed. There's really like no more film, so everybody's just editing on the home computer now. Technology changed, so everybody can edit now. But
they got all these kind of easy apps on your phone, like Cause like I be using hard apps, you know, like Adobe and Premiere and stuff. So like people be like, "Oh, you're using that app? That's too hard, man. I got this easy app." I'm like, you don't get easy things all your life. Your brain is not gonna develop right, you know.
Yeah, you're right too. It made it a lot easier. So a lot of people, they're not really like filmmaking is really a craft, and it's a whole art form to it. It's not really nothing fly by night. You have to really get your concept and story, put your whole heart and mind and spirit and everything into doing that, because people think that's just, you just tell these stories and make them overnight, but that's not really how they come about. You have to really put your whole heart into it and try to put your whole spirit into it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Keith Lee. We're gonna come back and talk more with Keith Lee about some things. But we're gonna go right now to a couple of songs. We'll be right back on the All Effects Show on Stone Soup Radio. Get it?